Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna play Esoteric Ebb that has been just released on Steam this day. I'm really excited to see what it's gonna be actually about. This is a kind of a Dungeons and Dragons themed story, but with more humor and kind of more parody in itself. And I really cannot wait to see how this kind of a Disco Elysium thing, but in a fantasy sauce, is gonna look like for us. I am super excited. I don't wanna keep you here for too long. Let's just start the game. I'm gonna start it right away, and we will see how it is gonna be to play as a cleric in this particular world. Really, actually, kind of surprised that we are gonna be a cleric. I thought we were gonna be able to maybe select the class, but that is not the case. And let's start with seeing what kind of cleric we wanna become. As we're starting, I am wondering, clerics usually are, to me at the very least, people who are a little bit, maybe able to take a hit. That's one thing. And we have so many points. Okay, that's fine. We can make, we can make the character to be at least average in everything, right? This should be the thing that we are gonna start with. And we still have some points. I'm not sure I'm gonna leave everything at 10. That seems like a little bit of and maybe overkill for certain statistics, but definitely what I like to do in games like that, I want to be as charismatic as possible, so I can, maybe convince some people that, my god is better than your god. That's the best way to do it, right? It's the way that the religion works in itself. So let's go for charisma, for a little bit more charisma. That's good. Now, the thing is, we can also kind of select whether we're proficient. Yeah, we have 2 proficiencies to use, so this will mean that we'll be better at certain things than at the other. So this is very important to properly, assign those points. I believe charisma is gonna be fun. Charisma is gonna be something that's gonna definitely help us out, but also, now the thing is, what we can do with those statistics. That's the important part. Higher strength will allow us to equip extra items, which is kinda good. I'm not assuming that this is gonna be 1-to-1 D&D. I would be very surprised if that's the case. But even if this is somewhat similar, even if this is not somewhat similar, we can still kind of, grab some ideas from how it usually works. Intelligence, a glorious design. Let those who learn lead, though merit of ability and nothing else through merit of ability. Okay, then I don't really want to make those decisions to be too much of a drag, honestly. But I want to be at least somewhat sensible. We still have... Oh, I selected proficiency in strength. That's not necessarily what I want to do. I like how this kind of lists the things in kind of a short capsule or pill format, so we can immediately become aware of what we can do. Just run away, dummy, is always important, right? But that's not really what I want to do. I guess I'm gonna be charismatic and maybe intelligent, just to, kind of live through that fantasy in the world of the game at the very least. Let's go. Let's deselect the dexterity proficiency and add it to intelligence. I'm also gonna add 2 points towards that. And I'm not sure about the rest of it, to be honest. I kind of want to have Constitution a little bit better. Do I need to be much Wisdomus? That's the thing. I don't really need to do that, I feel like. Higher Wisdom lets you empower your spells, be kind and see the good in all folk. I don't know about that. Dexterity, steal. I actually don't want to steal too much. Actually, let's lower the dexterity score. Let's add to... do I want to be Wisdomus? No, I want to be more durable. This is gonna be, I think, okay. We also have this kind of thing, background focus, right here, that's gonna do something for us. Add extra charisma and add extra constitution in this regard. You're a farmer's son. I'm not sure if I wanna be a farmer's son, but we're also losing stuff the moment I choose this. Okay, then. Let's see what options we do have. Troll killer, sure. Is that Feltony 14? Okay, I was like February 14. I was interested if they're using the real world dates. Doesn't seem to be the case. Pest control guild mimic mishap. Oh, what kind of mimic mishap is gonna it happen there? Apartment complex in shambles. Didn't look like normal furniture. So that was, I guess, the way they spotted those poor mimics who just wanted to live their life in the safety, and peace of a normal human dwellings or elf dwellings or goblin dwellings. I don't know. I don't judge. Anyway, Chaos Kit, Lore Enthusiast, gonna give us intelligence and wisdom. Crowd Pleaser. Crowd Pleaser is exactly what I want to be. Ah, yes, yes. I'm gonna please all the crowds. No matter what kind of crowd is gonna be thrown at me, I will be the one to please it. 5 days until the first... I didn't read it properly. Explosion erupts at the heart of the city. No one wants to deal with it, so they send you. Great! So we're that guy, right? A slow cleric. Lost in the hustle, albeit one with incredible conversational skills. Thank you very much, game. That is true. We have a great skills in that regard. Complete your quests in any order. Don't be afraid to make interesting choices, and remember to always play the winning side. The campaign will take you from level 1 to 6. We'll play for about 5 to 8 sessions. Sessions! Interesting. It's been a journey to put this together. I hope you have a good time, Chris. Thank you, Chris. And only 8 decks. Don't try to steal anything. Okay, come on, dude. I'm not a thief. I'm not a thief. What is that? Speak with that? 3rd level necromancy. This is a D&D kind of spell, right? I think it's the very same lore tag, and kind of like casting time and all of those, spell components are kind of like taken directly from D&D. I didn't check if this is like, licensed. So if it is, sure, why not? It's not like I'm a best specialist in D&D, but I did play a little bit. I do prefer Pathfinder recently, but what is that? Can I do something about it? Truth and nothing else, a voice declares. So there's no voice acting, I assume. What is your name? Thank God we successfully were able to discern that we are being asked this question, not someone else. The name is Ragn. Ragn, that doesn't sound right. No, failure of strength. No one calls you by your name. Yeah, nobody likes you, boohoo. Come on, those statistics are gonna talk down to me right now. Charisma is my friend. You should be on my side. What? Wisdom is even despite the fact that we have no, we have regular wisdom, right? I think we selected 10. We are often referred to as cleric. So my name is Slim Shady. Yes, speak it. Right. I don't wanna be called Dragon. Stay silent. You say nothing. Another question from the darkness. What is your occupation? What is this, an interrogation? Yeah, thank you. Also, that should be intelligence check, right? What's an occupation in this context? Didn't you have a job? Something really important. Dexterity is obviously failing because we have, like, what, 8 dexterity? That's gonna be maybe a problem at some point. But Constitution is your class. Thank you, Constitution. That's very nice of you. Tell the voice about your class. What class I am? Look around. I'm gonna look around, actually. Let's take a look at what is happening in here. Is that blob us, actually? Is this the cleric? Are we gonna be like kind of slime cleric? Did we just get reincarnated in the world as a slime and now we can analyze every single being in this world to grab their stats and abilities? That would be cool, but I don't think that's this kind of game. It's more than darkness. It's nothing. All around you. Okay. Class. What class am I? What class am I really? I'm a cleric from what I've... lower class. Fuck me. That's correct, I guess. Not sure any answer is good here. Sadly, that seems to be the case. Just go with whatever works in the moment. I'm awful at everything. I was trying to play games to escape the reality, not get reminded about it. But sure. DC 14 success probably shouldn't say that out loud. Putting yourself down is not a great way to get people to love you. I guess that's true. I guess if you want to get people to love you, you have to be like, in these days, especially confident, happy, smiling. Unless you are very manipulative about it. Or you can be that, yeah, sure. It takes a while before the next question is posed. Who the hell is Yordo? That's the question. What is your current goal? We need to find out who blew up the tea shop. It was a tea shop. Okay, I didn't pay attention apparently. The Goblin Chieftain. She needs you. The Goblin Chieftain needs me? A tea shop exploded? To find the Goblin Chieftain, is that right? A tea shop exploded? Yeah, let's start with that one. Unfortunately, yes. It is rather unfortunate since, you know, tea is good. That's not good. I like tea shops, yeah. They are lovely, yes. You may ruminate further on the tea shops at a later date. I kinda... Maybe we'll do that, actually. You know, if we ever go to see that the ruins of the tea shop, the destruction that happened there. There's a question to be answered. Your goal is... why all these questions? I'm gonna ask all these questions, actually. This fellow wants something. No idea what, though. Thank you, Charisma. You're always on my side. Aside from the moments when you want to, like, make me feel bad about myself. You should probably lie. Tell him you're collecting taxes or something. That'll be fun. I'm a tithe collector. Why not? Yeah, I should scare him. No reply, no feedback. Then the voice asks, what is your political affiliation? I would rather not answer those questions. The question strikes your entire consciousness, sending it spinning. Yeah, that's what happens in real life as well when someone asks me that question. This is a setup. Has to be. It is the Asgalis. Yeah, they are decent. Possibly. Failure. That's failure. I can see that is a failure. It is the duty of the powerful to lead. That is you, no one else. The Free Striders, maybe? That's again a failure. I don't like those answers that are like, you know, results of my character failing those checks. Then again, you're no revolutionary. Things just move way too fast these days. Elections are. Elections are. Yeah, sadly, they are. I mean, exhausting. Okay, I was like thinking that we just find the very concept of elections exhausting, and I kind of feel like that seems to be the case recently. It hides in the back of your skull a fact that you are bound to be a nationalist. That's a failure again. I know what those failures mean, guys. So, for now, success, we have a charisma saying that, you know, don't trust anything that's happening around you, which I kind of tend to agree with. And we also have, you know, the intelligence saying that we are supposed to lead. So great. And it frightens you, the pressure. Okay, so the nationalists, the Asgalis, the Free Striders. I don't know any of these words. I should be in charge. As a god, king, wizard, lord. Yeah. I'm gonna go with intelligence. That's gonna be good. Once we based our worth on knowledge and ability, it shall come again. The voice is fading. This is the end. The final question. How did you die? Well, I probably got isekai'd here, so there is that. I fell into divinity. She took me whole. I died when he died. When who died? How did we die? What is happening? I fell into divinity, sure. No idea what's that gonna make us, you know, what is kind of like result is gonna be to select those choices. But it's gonna be fun. And since the game decided to tell me that I should try different options, I'm gonna do just that. And I'm assuming that's us. Beautiful helmet, really. Looking a little bit more like a paladin than cleric, I would say. Not that it's a big problem, per se, but, you know. And as we sink down into the nothingness, the credits roll on the screen. The electrical beats of music empathize how utterly helpless we are in this world of credits. Oh, are we gonna lose our watch? That's gonna be sad. Also, those are not the numbers I know about. Wherever we are falling, I think we are basically maybe gonna get, you know, resurrected in a moment. But obviously the, you know, references, not even references, the inspiration from this collision is like very visible. But that's fun. We need more games like that. So, especially if they're gonna be more fun. I mean, this collision was really fun, but in the sad way, I would say. And I would like to play some. Oh, so many apples and a freaking shrimp. I think it was. I'm not sure, but it ran away. And there's a lot of things I wanna click on. This letter, this scroll, maybe some apples actually. But we are gonna get resurrected in the Temple of Apples. So in the iPhone store, I suppose. Let's get up. Day 1, March 22nd, 27. Physical education. I don't think that's physical education. A fresh start. Your body aches. It's stiff as if you've slept for days. Ready for your glorious quest to continue. My quest, I can click on it. I want to know more about quest. Oh, we even have a success. That was a check. That's how it's gonna be, probably. Quest. A task performed by a heroic individual and or professional adventurer. Interesting that strength is explaining that. I would say, I would imagine that it should be a wisdom, right? To explain stuff like that. Check your stuff. What stuff? Your hands dart around your pouch and uniform. Panic. Sweat. Oh no. No spellbook. No mace. Face it, you've been robbed. Your legs shake. Tears begin to form. Deep breaths. Your belongings are surely here somewhere. I'm gonna look around myself. A circular stone chamber. a storage for apples and corpses, because they always go together, you know? The famous saying, like apples and corpses, which basically means that you fit with someone else. Make sure to use that for any kind of like appropriate social situation that you find yourself in. Those piles of apples, is this Tolstad? That is a success! Thank God we got a, we've made intelligence a little bit higher. Tolstad is a sprawling island fortress and one of 5 districts in the city. It sits in the middle of River Torna, which we probably also will gonna have a check for in a moment. This is home of yours pillar, a sprawling tunnel network, and water lane, the greatest trade hub in Ascani. You are on Tolstad right now. Well, I have this really bad thing about learning a lot of things at once. I'm gonna forget all about that in a second. So for now, what we need to remember is that this is an island fortress. And the River Torna success from strength, the second longest documented river along the coast, which is gonna be another check, splitting the band of Ascani in half. The coast is also success. Oh my god, so many checks. The coast, also known as yours realm, it is a strip of land divided into 8 bands. The further inland you go, the closer you get to the infinite wastes. It is theorized to be a ring or a half sphere due to the bend of the horizon. Okie dokie, that's another success. Jesus Christ, so many information at the beginning. Esoteric band is an esoteric divide that splits the circular coast of Yor into 8 geographic areas, commonly known as bands. Each band has unique esoteric and natural traits and stretches from the coast to the infinite wastes. So it splits the circular coast of Yor into 8 geographic areas. Okay. So those areas are known as bands. Bands, I mean. Okay, so this is basically biomes in a way. Esoteric. Esoteric, the magic of Yor and his strings. The coast is infused with it. Yor. Yor, the name of our realm. Also the name of the legendary wizard who created it. He died during the closing at the end of the Gate era. There was a Gate era, okay. Wizard. Wizard, a book-learned arcane spellcaster. Typically plays your strings by memorizing and executing esoteric rituals and chants. Your strings probably some kind of like nice way to call magic. That's been a big info lore dump, let's be honest with that, but I am gonna forget it, and thanks to that I am not gonna stress over it too much. Wait, what's this about the quest? 1+1 hit points. We have 5 HP, guys, at first level. Amazing stuff. 8 is the maximum, probably because we've raised the constitution a little bit, which is exactly what I was looking forward to. I want to have some constitution, so I'm not just, like one of those clerics that crumble after a wind blows on them, so that's good. Oh yeah, quest! You're on a quest to save the city. Urf, be blessed. Urf is my god, your god, my god. I don't know what god is that of, but I hope it's of something good. Let's see, save the city? Yeah, save it from the jaws of democracy. Thank God we're here to save them from that. That would be terrible if they fell to democracy clutches. Democracy, said to originate from early arcane era civilization in Old Diminor, it is the rule of majority. Those with suffrage may vote to enable a preferred government. A truly messy and ineffective process. Truly. Arcane era, 511 years of rapid magical and technological growth, as well as the birth and death of the great human magocracies in Diminor now reads, ended 27 years ago. Okay, so this era, Arcane era, ended. We are in a different era right now. And democracy originated from the old Diminor. Did we pick that? No, sometimes there are more than one check in one dialogue option. Okay, good to know. Diminor, the arcane era name for reeds, often referred to as Old Diminor. The name was changed by Freestrider revolutionaries to mark the end of the old Mago crisis. Freestrider, let's learn something more about those political affiliations that we have absolutely rejected. Freestrider is the new way. People in the East have overthrown the old wizards and gods. For years, the revolution has slowly crept into the city. Now it's time to finally join the Free Cities and get rich. Free Cities is a collection of city-states in Reeds, all united under the golden banner of Freestriderism. Norvik will join them one way or another. And Norvik is your home city. Okay, founded by your god towards the end of the Coast War, it is built upon several layers of ancient ruins. I'm so happy that we are always succeeding at those checks. I wonder if we are gonna fail at any of them. And I wonder how funny it would be to play a character that has like, I don't know, -5 to wisdom or something and just lose all those kind of checks. Coast War was the Great War, a conflict between the Arcanists of Reeds as well as every other nation connected with them across the coast. A horrible waste of human lives, which claimed millions of lives. There was no honor in this fighting, that you know. And Reeds is the new place, right? This was called, whatever it was before. It was called Diminor, now Reeds, okay. One of 8 bands. So this is one of the biomes, basically, along the coast. It is a temperate land of lowland and many lakes. Great, I love lakes, that's awesome. Commonly seen as the homeland of humans. Large portions are still cursed, interesting. Holding entire undead cities, interesting, especially for a cleric. Eternally burning valleys, less interesting, more painful. And floating mountains, that's actually cool. Humans, of course, tall and beautiful like yourself. Let's not be too hasty with those kind of descriptions, please. I love you, Charisma, really much, but, you know, don't glaze me too much, especially since we are not even showing our face. Known as the pest of the coast by those who are less inclined to reproduce like rabbits. Well, and that's the charisma for you, I guess. Do I remember everything? Yes. Everything is off, but your memory is intact. Your quest was given yesterday, remember? The tea shop. The tea shop. Yep. The tea shop that blew up. Beautiful name for a tea shop, by the way. It'll be a tough one. Failure. Great. Might take days. Quest. I like those. I do like those quests. I even gained experience for saying that. So, you see, if you find the right dialogue option, you will get rewarded for it, I assume. Just like in real life, if you find the right dialogue option whenever you're talking with your boss or anything like that, you might just get extra stuff. Good attitude. There's always more around the corner, so look out. Don't want to miss any. Just a job. I've done this before. Another XP. Great. You haven't really. Come on, Dexterity. You're not the king of me. You can do anything. Your previous experiences lie more in some basic Urfgard militia service as well as a few years at the towers. Urfgard, the heroes of Norvik, keepers of city law, defenders of humanity. Can we go to the... Yeah, I guess because we talked about Norvik before, right? Central city of Ascani, last bastion of humanity. This is the last bastion of humanity. What happened to the humanity elsewhere? Are we like completely, you know, completely destroyed? It was founded upon the end of the Reconquest in 468 AE, exactly 70 years ago. And Ascani is probably one of the 8 bands along the coast called Mountainous Realm, your home, also referred to as Ascani interchangeably. Ascan or Ascani, interestingly enough. Okay. Success. Rogue sorcery was not your main subject, but yes, you've read a lot about these types of fiery events. They're not too common these days, however, this incident does not appear overly complex. It was just a tea shop that exploded. Sure, it always starts with, you know, it being not too complex, and then it turns out that actually it is really complicated. Wait, how much time do I have? Until the election, duh. Which is in 5 days. Good to know, thank you, intelligence. The Patriarch was very clear. Handle the tea shop before election day. Patriarch, a top clerical rank in Norvik, different from Lord Patriarch, which is the traditional administrative leader of the city. Only about a dozen men currently hold the rank. They manage a section of clerics each at the towers. Okay. Cleric, a servant of a god, deeply devoted and spiritually connected, typically a divine spellcaster given power through their deity. You must honor this request and complete this quest. Yo. Strength is kinda spitting rhymes, so that's great. Time only advances when you make new choices in dialogues. Where is the time counter? Here is the time counter. It's 8:15 at the moment, so we can just walk around. That's not gonna cost us any time, which is great. So, to be clear, I need to figure out who blew up some random tea shop. More or less. But you've got like 5 days to do it, so no stress. There's also bullshit politics involved here. You'll love it. I don't know about that. It was DC 14, by the way. Interestingly difficult for very basic, you know, not basic, but like for the beginning of the game. Anyway, can I think about this first? Time is limited. It's just a lot to... Oh, what the... Minus 2 HP! You feel dizzy! What the... They are forcing me to move on. Like, no time to freaking think about anything here. You're just gonna kinda, you know, try to find yourself in this world. The weight of the Urfgard uniform, a dull pain takes hold. Your body aches, its contents rotting. You must consume an apple, now! There are many apples here, and corpses. Don't consume the corpse. Don't consume the corpse is the first idea I'm gonna hold on to. If your stats are high or low enough, chimes will appear in your mind. Chimes? This will suggest, inform, and offer unique paths. Trust them at your own risk. Interesting. Also, wisdom looks very terrifying. This is a heart, right? With wings and kind of angelic eyes. I am so very confused. Rub your temples. Okay, thank you, voices in my head. I'm so very confused. That's usually the case. One step at a time. Get going. We're gonna get going. We're actually gonna move our character a little bit. This has been already a 25-minute video, and we have only talked to ourselves during all this time. But that's what we expect from this game, right? Let's see. Oh, wait. I wanna, because I didn't know there's gonna be like a menu. We can engage, behold, or trifle. Let's behold. It's a corpse under a blanket, which, yeah, we would kind of assume that it is. Engage. Can we talk with the corpse? You stare at a blue rag. It's draped over the outline of a someone. Sir, you can't sleep down here. No response. Give it up. Nothing to gain here. I would assume so, right? We can still kind of press on with this. Maybe we can use some kind of necromantic power or otherwise. Please don't ignore me. Silent treatment, huh? Funny. Stop this idiotic behavior. If you wish to commune with the corpse in any meaningful way, I suggest speak with dead. It is a 3rd level necromantic spell, allows you to animate the spirit into a corpse and have it answer 5 questions, as long as the corpse retains a suitable vessel. That mainly boils down to still having some sort of mouth, including a functioning jaw. No breathing, no movements, nothing. Now he's dead. No shit! Well, I mean, wouldn't it be surprising if it started moving and, you know, doing things? Actually check under the rag. Oh, we've got experience for that, you know. Checking under the rag is gonna give us more experience, so I guess after gaining a level we'll be able to maybe increase our stats a little bit? I don't know. Underneath you find the cold corpse of a human. Thinning blonde hair, unkempt facial hair. Mid-40s, factory worker, Ascani blood. His complexion shows nearly no decay, most likely under the effect of a preserving spell. Yeah, this guy looks fresh, like he could just sit up and talk to you. The DC, difficulty class of a dice roll, dice choice, is determined by how challenging that roll will be for you. If you select a dice choice, you then roll a 20-sided die. If you get the same or higher as the DC, then you succeed. Okay, so we have DC 10 on intelligence check, and as you can see, we have +3 thanks to the statistics we have chosen and the attributes, so this is not bad. We have over 50% chance that we are gonna roll well. And obviously this is gonna be the first actual roll of this game as we are playing it. So this will, in a way, tell us what kind of game are we gonna play. Is it gonna be easy for us or is it gonna be like terrifying? Let's see. That is a success, although with some issues. So it was just barely a success. And that means that this game is gonna be a treat, that for sure. There's something strange here. This is no regular gentle repose. Look close, but do not move the corpse. Lean in and look closer. Harsh scars cover the skin. Signs of being either a hard worker or careless worker litter his skin. Cause of death appears to be not directly visible. No blunt trauma either. Considering his age and the shape of his body, this man most likely died of a common disease or internal failure. That's pretty broad and vague. Unless you're willing to start cutting, that's all you get. Except... what? There's also marking on the right leg. A circle with a cross inside it. You recall, this is the marking of PR, potential revivification. Alright, this guy can be revived. Seems so. He most likely died during care and he was granted immediate gentle repose. However, he clearly did not have an RF, a revive fund. Nor did he have family members with enough ready cash. I'm assuming this is gonna be like some kind of a fund that you can like buy it, and then if you die, you can get immediately revived thanks to those money that you have here. Revive fund. Yeah, thank you for... Charisma is so freaking snarky. Like, it's not just gonna give us information, we have to get another roll. Revive fund, a type of life insurance. Yeah, exactly as I thought. Monthly payments are made into an account that can be used to pay for the resurrection of the fallen holder, given they are under the age of 75. Human scale. Interestingly enough, if you're older than that, then fuck you, I guess. Resurrection. The act of returning a dead person back to life. There are many spells to do this, from a weak Revivify to the legendary True Resurrection. Revivify is a 3rd level necromancy spell, and True Resurrection is a 9th level legendary spell. So obviously this will probably be also meaning that this is probably maybe more costly. These are many different tales with different takes on the restrictions. Generally, you cannot use it on a creature that has been dead for over 200 years. Interesting. Or perhaps he was just an unlikable fellow. Who knows? Fair enough. Okay, so technically we could cast Revivify on this corpse, and we are gonna wonder about it in the next episode of the series, because we're definitely gonna go back to it and play. This has been the first video on this channel, I think, I believe, and if you stick with watching it, and if you liked what you've seen, I would highly suggest and encourage you to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment if you liked it. If you didn't like it, leave a comment as well. Anyway, I really appreciate your time for sticking up with me and with this particular game. I really think it's gonna be fun, and make sure to join me as I'm playing it. Thanks once again, and take care and have a fantastic day today. Cheers!